So what is up, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTubeverse? We are going over today a little bit about jumping spiders. I know spiders are not a big thing for a lot of people, but if this does pretty good and y'all kind of like it, I already had someone say that they're excited to see jumping spiders, so I can start showing live spiders that I work with at work and everything. But for now, we're just gonna really talk about it, and that's a fun little picture down there kind of thing of a jumping spider up close, all cute looking and whatnot. I say that, but I mean, for spiders and whatnot, they're kind of fuzzy little cute things as far as a spider can go. I think they're fine, but I know how some people are with arachnids and so on. I think they awesome. So we're going to be going over some of the most newest and hottest type of pet spider, the jumping spider. That's kind of taken storm even more so than having a tarantula or something. So they are actually very intelligent. So the jumping spiders are intelligent and make fun, fascinating, personable pets. That's not really much of an exaggeration at all, actually. They're actually so smart that scientists are wondering exactly how the brain works because their brains are so small, because they're so small, yet they're able to hunt with problem solving skills, like puzzle solving, problem solving skills kind of deal. So it's super cool. While some individuals may be shy, many seem to enjoy interacting with their keepers. They are generally friendly, and if handled properly, there is very little risk of being bitten. And the thing with that too, if they do bite you, their venom is not fatal to humans. It's gonna sting and itch like all get out, but it's not gonna cause you any kind of, unless you have some very heavy underlying conditions and you're really silly with it, will anything a jumping spider cause you even hospitalization with the amount of venom that they have in their bodies compared to what we can handle. Um, with the extreme polar regions, with the exception of extreme polar regions, sorry, jumping spiders are found just about every habitat in the world. Yeah, you can find them in North Carolina, actually. These little fuzzy friends are in North Carolina. I've seen them all the time. They make these fun little nests called hammock sort of things, and I think we're going to be getting into that soon. I think they talk about that some. Jumping spiders do not require large territory and are typically content in small, secure enclosures. Absolutely true. Yeah, like a good sized jar or something. So, like something that just wider, maybe something like that wide, something that tall. They're fine with that. They're so good with being in a small spot. You just got to keep it clean and rotating stuff out. You can have them in something a little bit bigger, but if you have them in something too big, you're never going to be able to see them, and that might be too much for them as far as the heating and somewhat goes. But yeah, and then I was talking about the hammock thing. Their habitat should be taller than it is wide. Yeah, because it's arboreal. So you can see how it's spelled out. Jumping spiders are arboreal. Arbor meaning tree, and oriole. I mean, you have fossorial, so I think oriole is just the Latin way of saying living, because you have fossorial and terrestrial, which would probably mean something with that within the Latin. I don't know for a fact, but I'm pretty sure off of what I know with animals and everything, that would have to do with it. But if you hear something in the front with real like that afterwards, it's usually having to do with something with habitat when we're talking about animals and things. But arboreal is trees, like Arbor Day. Terrestrial is terra, ground, walking on the ground. That's your stuff like your leopard geckos, bearded dragon, stuff that doesn't really dig too much. And fossorial, fossils, underground. Those are things like moles and earthworms. So cool little thing about that outside of what we're learning about jumping spiders right now for today. And this is a good little thing here. While carpet or liner can be used, so by liner, it means paper towel or something like that. These options do little to retain moisture or maintain humidity. Good call. I haven't read this before looking into this. But yeah, the best thing to do, well, let's see what they say. Creatures, that's the name of their thing. So they're promoting their own eco soil. But yeah, soil made from ground coconut husk, that's good, yep. And then you can also do a little bit of moss there as well. That'll help absorb stuff. They do have these cool sort of climbing walls made of coconut fiber that they use for pretty much it's hermit crabs, but they work for other things too. I have it with my jumping frogs. And then so with the lighting, they have a very good sight actually for spiders as far as spiders go, which is probably why they hunt the way they do. And they don't use their web for hunting; they use it for just chilling. as you can see with the last little bit of that commentary here at the top when they were talking about that. But with that, the lighting is important for daytime. They are diurnal, which means daytime creatures. They are not nocturnal, which just means nighttime creatures. They're not that. They like to kind of rest during the night. So during the daytime, they're out and about hunting their bugs and stuff. Temperature and everything, they do like it a bit more in the sort of like temperate to humid sort of tropical sort of thing, you know? So when I say humid, you can see right here, it says 50 to 80% in humidity right there. And then with the temperature right here, 69 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit. It is going to be Fahrenheit. We are in America. Sorry, those who do Celsius and stuff. But that is how it is. I am American, and they don't have the Celsius written down on there. But, sorry. Anywho, feeding. Yeah, we're going to get into this. So insectivores, you don't have to put any kind of powder or anything on them. Just keep them spritzed with some, just a little kind of something you use to water plants kind of spritz bottle kind of thing. Something that doesn't really pour a bunch of water out, I guess is the best way to say that right there. And these little dudes, this one's not colored in or anything. I don't think I will color it in because I get these to more kind of start conversation and kind of go about it. This is my first introduction with the jumping spiders. They're becoming more of a pet thing. Store's starting to carry it now. So I wanted to talk about them some. And we're going to go over this little did you know fact. I don't even look at that yet. It says they can easily jump and catch their prey. Oh, so then it's emphasizing what I was saying earlier. Yeah, they have no need to use their webs for hunting. Jumping spiders use a combination of muscles and well-developed internal hydraulic system to jump. That's a fun way of saying that, but yeah, not untrue in a sense. Some can leap an incredible 10 to 50 times their body length. Yes, that is true. They are absolutely unlike other spiders. So if you drop a tarantula from a high spot, it will pretty much, be not there anymore because if the body breaks or something, their skeleton's on the outside. So if they take any huge blemish, that's going to lead to something where they're going to see Spider Jesus. In this case, these guys are better at that. They're smaller. They're used to going from being arboreal, where most of your tarantulas are not as arboreal. You do have some species like your pink toes that are arboreal, and then other species around that. But some of the other more popular species are terrestrial that even make little tunnels and everything. But these guys are nicer, but the big problem is their lifespan. Male or female, only 1 to 2 years expected. So very similar to other small species of rodents such as hamsters or rats or anything. And by the way it sounds, they kind of get attached to you. And I've seen videos of like a jumping spider giving their human friend a high five. Like the human friend put like the fingertip up to the little guy, and he high fived the tip of the finger and everything. Because they're very tiny, actually. They're about the size of a thumbnail at the biggest. So, not very big. Not very big at all. And that's another reason why they're so popular. And that's why they can do such small enclosures. But they come in various colors. And they are very, very cool creatures that we are learning more and more about every stinking day. So, I will probably do some more short video things and stuff about them from the store and stuff. Showing you guys some of them in action as juveniles. But outside of that, it will not be long videos. I do work. And work is more important. I just take downtime to do some quick little short things. But yeah, I can get you guys a little viewage on what these dudes kind of look like in life. But they're going to be small, so they're not going to be as fuzzy. But yeah, fun little facts, a little fun thing. Thank you guys for watching, liking, and commenting. You are always, always awesome. And I'm just so happy to have such awesome subscribers. Really, really. And that's from the bottom of my heart. You guys are fantastic. With that, have a good one. Peace out.